Best places to visit in Trinidad and Tobago. At just 42 kilometers long and around 14 kilometers at its widest point, Tobago is a breeze to roam around. Anyone spending more than a few days on the island will quickly familiarize themselves with the roads, bays and bends, and it will all start to feel like home. You'll never have to drive more than an hour and a half, which also means that hotel and even airport pickups may be included as part of tours. Be aware though that the easily queasy may want to limit the number of times they zigzag across the island. The road's rollercoaster along steep hillsides and motion sickness is even more of a risk than seasickness. The reward is that every crest of a hill results in sweeping views of sapphire seas or emerald jungle. The journey really is all part of the adventure. (1) Pigeon-Point-Beach. Welcome to Pigeon-Point-Beach, the most famous and acclaimed coastal spot in all of Trinidad and Tobago. A small thatched cabana stands on a rickety driftwood pier above the aquamarine waters of Tobago's Caribbean reefs. Fat coconut palms sway in the trade winds and rugged clusters of rocks emerge from the jungle, peppering the powdery, talcum sand at either end. (2) Port-of-Spain. Capital of the nation, this bustling business center boasts many fine examples of colonial-style architecture as well as a few touristy things to do if you're staying here for a few days. Architectural highlights include the impressive Renaissance-style Red House Parliament in Woodford Square, and the Magnificent Seven, a group of elegant mansions along the sprawling green space of Queen's Park Savannah. Near this park, you will also find the Royal Botanic Gardens, bordering the President's Grand Residence, and the National Museum and Art Gallery, with exhibits on local art, history, and culture. Port of Spain comes alive the Monday and Tuesday before Ash Wednesday with Carnival, an extravaganza of colorful costumes, limbo competitions, and contagious calypso and soccer rhythms. For an overview of the city, try a 3-hour Port of Spain city tour. These operate in the morning and afternoon and include entrance fees to some of the attractions. (3) Maracas Bay. About 40 minutes drive northeast from Port of Spain, Maracas Bay is one of Trinidad's most famous beaches. A deep bay protects this palm-fringed strip of golden sand, one of the most beautiful beaches close to the city. From Port of Spain, the scenic drive through mountainous rainforest provides breathtaking views of lush peninsulas jutting into the sea. Food vendors and showers are available by the beach. (4) Asa-Wright-Nature-Centre-and-Lodge. A paradise for birders, the Asa-Wright-Nature-Centre-and-Lodge encompasses 1,500 acres of dense forest in the Arima and Aripo valleys. Hummingbirds, wood creepers, pygmy owls, trogons, and the rare nocturnal oilbird are just some of the avian species spotted at this former cocoa, coffee, and citrus plantation. You can sign up for a birding tour Enjoy lunch or high tea on the veranda, or stay at one of the cottages here. Income from guests funds conservation of the surrounding forest, new land purchases, and environmental educational programs. Fans of hummingbirds will also love Yare at Hummingbird Sanctuary, deep in the Maracas Valley. Your entrance fee includes an informative presentation by the owner, the chance to photograph the hummingbirds while they feed, and a light snack, but you need to make reservations in advance. Five, Little-Tobago-Island. On the east end of Tobago, across from Speyside, Little-Tobago-Island is an uninhabited bird sanctuary with several kilometers of trails. The most spectacular views are from the hills overlooking the seaward direction, where red-footed boobies and frigate birds swoop in large flocks. Glass-bottomed boats whisk you to the island, revealing the coral reefs below as they circle past the smaller Goat Island in Tyrrell's Bay. Tours often include snorkeling on the nearby reef and a hike to the island's peak. 6. Caroni-bird-sanctuary. This is one of the best places to visit in Trinidad. The bird sanctuary has a lot of birds and it is a heaven for all the nature lovers and those who love to listen to the sweet chirping sound of the birds. You will find a lot of colorful birds. It has a series of the mangroves lined in the waterways, which are the nesting place for the scarlet lbis, which is also the national bird of the Twin Island. You will also find a lot of wildlife in this place. You can also take tour this place and it is a nothing but nirvana. Seven, Buccoo-Reef. Snorkeling at this large coral reef is one of Tobago's bucket list attractions. It was even highly rated by Jacques Cousteau. Glass-bottom boat tours from Pigeon-Point. Bay and Buccoo make snorkel stops in this 10,000-year-old reef. Nearby Nylon Pool is a mid-sea swimming pool, just a meter deep. The ancient crushed coral flakes underfoot are said to make you look a decade younger if rubbed on your skin. 8. Englishman's Bay. This sweeping bay, flanked by emerald forests, provides the perfect photo opportunity for those wanting to prove they really have set foot in paradise. A short drive, or a pleasant hike, from Castara, the beach has a simple, wooden restaurant, a little souvenir stall, a toilet and that's it. Englishman's Bay has great snorkeling, safe swimming and few crowds, so get stuck in. Nine, Argyle-Waterfall. A little paradise within paradise, the 54 meters high Argyle Waterfall is the highest on the island. Guides are available, and highly recommended, for the easy 20-minute walk to the falls past cocoa and other fruit trees, which provide food for a whole rainbow of bird species. Cool off in the fresh water once you arrive, and hike up to the second tier for a natural jacuzzi, or the third, which you can climb behind. Ten, Fort King George. On the grassy tops of a hill above Scarborough, between verdant pockets of cabbage palms and cocoa-right trees, the remains of the archipelago's most impressive fortress still crown the coast. Built in the middle of the 18th century, the site was razed by the British to secure Trinidad and Tobago against French attack. The French did manage to conquer the citadel, however, and by the 1790s the fort had changed hands. Today, the historic messroom and old cisterns can be seen, along with the cannons that once defended the bay below against oncoming frigates and caravels. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment and subscribe.